If you want to make a living coding apps, then this video is for you. You are probably one of two people. If you never coded an app before, you probably think that coding an app is hard, but getting downloads will be very easy. Just publish it and people will come. If you have published an app before, you know the truth. You know how hard it is for an app to get downloads. Chances are that your first app didn't even cross the 500 downloads, so you are starting to doubt whether making a living from apps is even possible. Honestly, you are right. App development is not easy, but I can tell you with full confidence, it's very much possible to make a living from building apps because I have been doing it for the last 13 years. My apps made over 11 million downloads, I sold 2 apps, but I also built 50 other apps that barely no one ever saw. I wasted years on app projects, but through all of that, I learned a lot of valuable lessons. In this video, I will share with you 5 key tips that helped me make a living from building apps. But before we dive in, you need to remember this. Right now, if you live on the internet, you might have seen hundreds of videos about apps going viral and making thousands overnight. But unfortunately, this is not true. The real statistic is that only 1 in every 10,000 apps is financially successful. So remember that these stories are from the 1% that actually made it. This is very important to remember because you might get false hopes that your app will be successful from day one. So don't quit your job just yet. The goal of this video is not to promise you a viral app, but to give you a solid path from my experience to help you make a living from building apps. Okay, so let's get started. The first tip is start building something now. Don't stay waiting to do a course or for the right time. Go download Xcode or Android Studio right now and start building something. If you don't have Xcode or Android Studio installed, we can't talk. So pause this video and go download one of them right now. You need that rewarding feeling of seeing your first prototype working as soon as possible. This win will give you the motivation you need to keep going. I suggest that you use AI to get started, but don't get carried away with it. No one wants more slop on the App Store. I found out that the ideal balance is to write about 25% of my code using AI. When I go over that limit, the app will start to feel like slop. And while we're here, a struggle that every developer has is getting good ideas. Most of my good app ideas came to me when doing something completely different. So on my phone, I keep a list of ideas, and when an idea comes to me, I write it in there. Then when I want to build something new, I just go through this list. The second tip is launch your app as soon as possible. When you spend months building an app, it's easy to get stuck in a bubble. So launch early and start getting feedback as soon as possible. If this is not possible because your project is large, then consider building in public. I started doing this very recently, and what I do is I tweet what I'm building as I'm building it. And that way I can get feedback from real people while building the app. The third tip is about distribution. I struggled with this one a lot. For engineering minds, marketing is not natural at all. We love building stuff, but we hate explaining it to other people. We expect that everyone understands what we've built and start using it without no explanation. When I started out, I used to publish an app and stop there because I couldn't do marketing. But here's the truth. The App Store is overcrowded and the algorithm will bury your app unless you put work into distribution. During the years, I developed distribution tactics that don't feel like traditional marketing. Marketing tactics that are developer-friendly and make sense in a developer's mind. I will make a full video about this topic because it's very important. But the key rule that I follow right now is that I try to spend at least as much time on distribution as I spend on building the app itself. The fourth tip is don't bet on a single app. Chances are that your first, your second, and even your third app won't make it. But it's very likely that one of your first 10 apps will make enough money that you can make a living off. Your job in the first few days is to make small bets. Spend as little time as possible on each idea. This allows you to iterate through many ideas and hopefully find one that resonates more with people. In the past, I had apps that I kept pushing for years, but they never made it past $500 a month income. It could have been a problem with the idea distribution, I don't know. But if I spent that time building other apps, I could have found one that resonated more and it could have been more worth it. The last tip is probably one that no one wants to hear. If you want to go all into app development and quitting your job, you probably would need a side hustle. I had to do this in the first few years of my career as a solo app developer. When starting out, I did not make enough income from the apps that I built to pay all my bills. So to be able to do this as full-time, I had to do 2 other side hustles. I used to do freelance building custom apps for clients, and I also used to sell my app source code as templates. There are many generic apps like recipe apps or wallpaper apps that you find a lot on the App Store, so I decided to build a template for these apps that people can just use in their project and they will save hundreds of hours. I ended up selling more than 5,000 app templates, and this helped me a lot financially until my apps started to earn more. The important point is to find a side hustle which is very close to app development so it doesn't distract you from your main goal. Those were my 5 tips, and if you're still watching, here's your next step. You need to go download Xcode or Android Studio and start building something. You need to get a taste of app development right now.